everyone. Welcome to our presentation, Positive Perspectives Matter, Enhancing Positive Organizational Behavior. My name is Dr. Abou Assali, and on behalf of my colleague Dr. Muhammad Dowaikat, I'm going to present to you our research paper and share our ideas and thoughts about this topic. First, let me just introduce my colleague, Dr. Dowaikat. He's an assistant professor who works in UAE at Rabdan Academy. He taught Islamic studies for more than 12 years, and he finished his PhD degree in 2008 in education and Islamic studies from the University of Jordan, and his master degree in 2003 in educational and Islamic studies from the University of Jordan as well. Dr. Dowaikat has published several papers, and his main research interests are in Islamic, cultural, and educational studies. As for myself, I obtained my university degree, doctor's degree from Exeter University, UK, and my master's from Sheffield University, a master's in education. I taught and developed number of courses English language, teacher education, communication and leadership skills, self-development workshops, and emotional intelligence workshops as well. I also train teachers in different workshops and in different conferences on different strategies and different pedagogies and teaching methods. I was always keen on inspiring my students and others and transforming their ideas and attitudes by showing a positive example of a long life learner. My research interests and areas of expertise include teacher professional growth, teachers and students' emotions, and positive psychology, educational leadership, and educational technology. I also published several book chapters and a number of papers in language education and professional development journals. Let's start here. I'm going to go fast through our agenda. I'm going to share something with you about organizational behavior. We are going to talk about theories of positivity and cultural awareness, implications, and discussions. So let's start. What do we mean? What do we mean by organizational behavior? Organizational behavior, as you see, is the systematic study of individuals and groups' performance within an organization. So we believe that no matter what occupational setting individuals have in an association or organization, people are always considered the basic building of an organization. And also we saw that human nature as such would vulnerably or confidently deal with a range of emotions. For example, so at work we can have fear, stress, uncertainty, disappointment. Sometimes we feel happy, joyful, enthusiastic. All of these emotions might overlap in our workplaces, and that's why we believe that in this case we need a sense of positivity during the work. We need something positive so that we can keep on in our works without having clashes or conflicts with our colleagues or in our organizations. So individual and organizational performance would probably improve by creating an atmosphere of trust, collaboration, transparency, and shared vision. How this can be happening? Our assumption, my colleague and I, is that positive organizational behavior seeks to understand human excellence and excellence. So, if I start with theories of positivity, let me start by attribution theory of motivation and emotion. This theory is mainly about interpretations, our interpretations of failures and successes. So it depends on how do we interpret things in our life. So is it on when something happens to us, is it because we feel that it's always external, or sometimes we are fair to ourselves and it can be internal. So if anything happens, you and me might judge the thing differently. So some people might look at external, which calls it locus, and it might be, for example, stable, it might be controllable. So it depends. So two people, you and me, we know that two people might look at one thing differently. One might see it as positive and the other might see it as positive. If I tell you now that this screen is colorful, but on the other side you can see my black screen only, so both of us have different views and different perspectives. unless we both realize that we are talking from different perspectives, we cannot allow positivity. We cannot have shared understanding or shared vision. We cannot collaborate together. So we need this sense of collaboration. We need this sense of positive attribution to things rather than negative attributions. So the other thing is that I'm going to talk about is that in positivity there is this beautiful, which I loved it personally, broaden and build theory, which is by Barbara Fredrickson. Barbara Fredrickson believes that that positive emotions happen every time, but to be positive, it doesn't mean that it's a press button that I can be positive all the time. A positive person is not a positive person by nature, that he or she is always smiling or always having positive mind or all positive look at things. A positive person, depending on this theory, can always look for chances, for alternatives, for things that might broaden the experiences that he or she is experiencing at work, and then build upon them. So if something happens to you at work, it's not necessarily that you are taking this personally. It is not necessarily that we always look at things negatively. So if you are under pressure, for example, it is possibly that you are under pressure, but you are not the only one under pressure. And you are under pressure probably because you are well qualified and that you can do the job perfectly well, and that your boss trusts you for different reasons. So usually when you try to build on positive things rather than negative things, the pressure at work will be less, and then you will be able to deal with other people in a positive way rather than negative way. Broadening your experiences, broadening your emotions, and building upon positive ones will lead you to a greater well-being and will lead to better understanding of the others and their emotions. So Barbara Fredrickson claims that when individuals feel positive emotions, their momentary thought action repertoires broaden, and it's broaden, and the experience builds enduring personal resources. So this is really very interesting. So if we believe in this and if we take this further into our workplaces, life will become better. This is our understanding. So we believe that based on broaden and build theory, if we cannot avoid negativity around us, we at least can work on our thoughts and attitudes and change the way we respond to it. And this closely relate to the attribution theory. So broaden and build theory can serve as the individual experience and expand in the work, and that's why we really need it. And also some some people believe that we if we apply this in work environment and in campus, the community and people's organization life, things will become easier, and positive emotions will influence me, will influence my colleagues, and then positive vibes will be in the workplace, and this will encourage outcomes including creativity, flexibility, and receptivity. So we believe that positive emotions can effectively influence the organizational behavior and impact productivity, and enhance work relationships and enhance more collaboration and initiatives, readiness to change. Also, we talk about emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, I think probably most of you are aware of this emotional intelligence. Daniel Coleman focuses on two personal and social domains in this emotional intelligence. It's mainly about self-regulation and self-control in terms of emotions. It's about the way you take decisions, the way you treat others, the way you sympathize with others, the way you regulate yourself, and the way you look at yourself. It is being aware of your anger, it's being aware of every emotion that you feel at work, and then being able to control it. And this it means that you will be able to express your feelings and understand other people's feelings. It is two ways, it's not only one way. So if you're angry, you know that you're angry, and you know that you need to relax, and you know that if you are angry, you cannot reply to an email, for example, that irritates you or makes you angry. You know that you need to change the place where you are. You know that you need to make an action, to take an action, so that your anger will calm down and you can respond in a different way. So our assumption, as Goleman's model suggests, that because we have two competencies, the social and personal, that he proposes, that he talks about social and personal self-management, self-awareness. So we believe that negative emotions in this sense are associated with the individual's reactions towards any type of stress or challenges they encounter and their inability to cope or adapt to emergent situations. So many employers nowadays, we know that they hire candidates for their high IQ, and maybe they terminate or they end their contracts because the lack of EQ skills. So empirical studies showed that social interactions and negotiation skills and the extent to which an employee may pursue his is related to EQ. It is not anyway, it's not a one pot on breast and then you are there that you can, be emotionally intelligent. Well, you need to practice, you need to train yourself, you need to be able to understand yourself, understand your emotions, be aware of others people's. Don't take things personally. Don't think that that people are treating you because they don't like you for one reason or another. Try to be understanding, try to interpret things, look at things from different perspectives, not only from perspective. If we relate these three theories to cultural awareness, so we believe that each organization has its core values, values related to customers, goals, trust, innovation, responsibility, ethics. All of these organizations have their own cultural values, but also we need to have a cultural awareness of another type. We believe that the importance of cultural awareness in an organization stems from the need to understand and appreciate the culture of others. So we have many organizations that are aggressive. We have them stable or team oriented, people oriented. It doesn't matter what kind of organizations that we're talking about. We also believe that there are two types of culture in the organization, either a strong culture or a weak culture. The culture that prevails in one organization can be strong, that if we have shared values, members know that they are important to the job, they know that they are acknowledged, they know that they are appreciated. But can we know how this would be with how can this happen if positivity is not there, if we do not understand each other, if we do not collaborate with each other? So we also believe that it is very important that the organization can run workshops and orientations to all employees, talking about these three theories and talking about to them about the importance of positivity, the importance of understanding the other, the importance of not taking things personally, and then the importance of training yourself to be more open, to think of positive sides more than negative sides, to try to spread positive vibes during inside the workplace rather than having clashes or trying to look for mistakes or look for faults. So this is what we believe, and I think that we need more research to have a practical research and checking on the validity of these three theories in terms of culture with cultural awareness, and in terms of the faculty or the employees or the staff readiness to be really cooperative and open to understand the other and to be able to learn such three positive theories and to apply them at work. This is all for now. Thank you so much for you, and the floor is open. I know that I went very fast, but I'm very open to your questions. Thank you.